Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are in an ancient city, and as the title suggests, we are going to be taking a look at the loot that you're able to get from ancient cities. Why are you going to be headed down to the deep dark in ancient cities to possibly be murdered by the warden? What's the reason you would do that? Well, of course, the loot. So I've gone through a few ancient cities, and as you can see, they have some chests inside. And any chest I came across, I made sure to use the NBT pick block. So you can see that I picked up that chest with stuff inside, so it has all of its loot. And anytime I did that, I put a block on top of the chest, so you can see that stone. And I brought them all back here, so we can look through all of the chests together. This is from two different ancient cities. And then after we look through these chests, we are also going to take a look at the loot table, because I haven't looked through all of them, but I think that there's going to be some items that are missing because they're just so rare and that are in the loot table for ancient cities. So let's start off. First chest, we have bones and books, and that is it. The next one, we have some skulk sensor blocks, which is kind of cool because you, of course, need Silk Touch in order to pick these up, it's nice that they're just in a chest, and we also have some candles as well. Now we just have the straight Skulk block with Skulk sensors as well. Once again, nice block to have without needing Silk Touch. And it looks like this one adds snowballs into the mix. Now, snowballs are going to be useful whenever you come across the warden. It's a good way to distract the warden by tossing a snowball away and having it see those vibrations or feel those vibrations and then aim for that, and then it, kind of gets it off your back. This next one has an enchanted book in it. Knockback 1, not that great. Next one has 2 enchanted books. Infinity, that's great. Riptide, that's okay. And instant health 2. So our first potion of instant health 2. Next we have Swift Sneak. Woohoo! I swear I didn't set this up in any order, but I feel like we're gaining things as we go down. It's kind of cool. Swift Sneak 2. This can go up to 3, and that's a new enchantment. If you haven't seen the first look that I did at all of this, or you haven't seen this around, Swift Sneak is a way for you to sneak swiftly so you can move faster while crouching down. Looks like we got some Skulk in this one, some more instant health, some candles. Looks like all instant health. Mending, a mending book. Oh, that's kind of nice. Nothing special there. Looks like we got some more Skulk blocks. Got Swift Sneak again. Snowballs. Nothing special. Same sort of stuff. Actually, let me go back and look. Channeling. Okay, channeling is the enchantment we have there. Lots of Skulk blocks. Just some normal old books. A efficiency 3 and Swift Sneak 2. So from 2 ancient cities, it's kind of sad actually that I didn't even get Swift Sneak 3 in any of these chests at all. Now, the chests are only really part of the loot of this area, and the other stuff is just things that naturally generate in. And so if you were to head down here basically just to harvest blocks, that's definitely possible. One thing that's very easy to collect are the candles. There are candles all over the place. There's a ton over here on, that portal looking thing. But throughout the builds, they will also spawn. It's funny, I'm not seeing any. I see these pillars tend to have them. These ones right here. Some of them. No? Okay. Well, this middle area, they definitely have some candles down here. So you could just harvest all these candles instead of needing to set up maybe a beeswax farm in order to get that. Same thing with the soul lanterns. There's a whole bunch of soul lanterns that I'm seeing. And of course, if you wanted to do anything with deep slate, although deep slate is pretty easy to get on its own and to make into bricks and smooth deep slate and all that stuff. So deep slate, I feel like you really shouldn't come down here to harvest it, but it is possible to do so. Finally, there's one more thing that's actually really, really rare, and that is found in the ancient cities. Oh, here it is right here. That is a skeleton skull. So this is not a wither skeleton skull, just a skeleton skull. And I've seen this very rarely at the base of these pillars, but you can get a skeleton skull from the ancient cities. The only other way to get one of these skulls is to have a charge creeper blow up a skeleton And that's a lot. You're asking a lot there to get a charge creeper. I mean, to get lightning to hit the creeper just perfectly, unless you have something like channeling where you can make it happen. That is kind of difficult to do unless you basically create a build in order to get those skulls. There is some blocks that I have noticed. Oh, look, I didn't find this one. Just instant health. There are some blocks that are in the loot table that we didn't happen to find in the chest. So let's take a look at that. And those two items are in my hotbar right now. Number one is a name tag. It's always nice to have name tags. Used to be that, fishing was like the way to get name tags, but they have kind of nerfed fishing and made it a little bit more difficult to auto fish. So name tag is something that you can find in these chests. And number two is the Skulk Shrieker. So the block that actually brings the warden around, you can actually find that inside of chests as well. So you can really find basically all of the skulk blocks except for the skulk vein. You can find them all inside of the chests. Now, it should be mentioned that we are in the experimental snapshot. This is the first experimental snapshot. So there's a chance that there's going to be more things to come from the ancient cities. One thing specifically is this, like, what is it going to be used for? It feels like this is something else that's coming, and we don't have the full story yet. These reinforced deep slate at the top cannot be mined at the moment. They're sort of like into portal frames or bedrock, where they're just in the world and you can't do anything about it. So maybe there is something else that we have to look forward to from this. And then finally, there's a few blocks that are slightly rare that can be found inside of an ancient city that I want to mention. One of which is being the redstone lamps. You'll see them up near that area. And then finally, it's not very, very rare, but it's kind of interesting that it's here, and that is the soul soil, that you can get soul soil from this area specifically. It has all the blue flame, and so you can get some soul soil from this area. If for some reason you're like super scared of the nether, I guess. I'm not sure why you'd want to come here with the warden and all that stuff and start breaking blocks and setting off shriekers just to get soul soil, but you can get those blocks here inside of the ancient city. That about wraps it up for this video. That is all of the loot that you can expect to find. Do you think it's worth it? Currently, obviously things can change, but do you think it's worth it to come down here and have to fight a warden? Really, I feel like the main reason you would do that is for the Swift Sneak enchantment. I feel like Swift Sneak, personally, I feel like that's not it's not important enough for me to want to fight all of. To possibly fight the warden. I don't want to actually fight the warden. Watch my video about why not to fight the warden, but. If you want to head down here and get Swift Sneak, is that worth it? Is it worth it? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also, make sure you subscribe for future videos all about the Deep Dark and the Wild update. We'll see you hopefully in a future video here on OMG Craft. Bye!